Biglang nagbago ang ihip ng hangin ngayon dahil ang Pilipinas kinulat ang China sa bagong plano ni BBM sa Pinas ngayon. Ayon sa nakalap nating impormasyon, sapul ang China sa bagsik ng Defense Secretary matapos tawaging wala siyang pakialam kung may sasabihin ng China sa planong refueling facility ni PBBM sa West Philippine Sea. Ayon kay Gibo, ito ang sagot ni President Marcos sa militarisasyon ng China sa West Philippine Sea sa pamamagitan ng paglalagay ng kargahan ng gasolina sa mismong West Philippine Sea. Dagdag pa ni Gibo, panahon na para gamitin ang silbi ng EDCA bases dahil ginawa naman talaga ang mga yan hindi para sa Amerika kundi para palawakin ang sakop ng Philippine bases.
Ngayon, ang leksyon dito, kailangan mapabilis namin ang paggawa nitong Philippine base na to with EDCA facilities upang sa ganon makapreposition tayo ngayon ng equipment, air assets, hindi lamang ng Philippine Air Force kung hindi pati United States Air Force. Ngayon, kung makikita nyo, ang operational limitation nila ay nakikita nyo dyan, barrels pa ang pagkarga ng fuel. No? For both Philippine assets and the United States Air assets, we need to build more facilities to increase our operational tempo. So, kailangan mapabilis pa ang development dun sa 5 initial EDCA sites and 4 more Philippine bases with EDCA sites. So we'd like to thank our United States partners for coming into our assistance because our air assets are totally committed, not only here in Northern Luzon, in Central Luzon, and in Mindanao also. I saw for myself the need to speed up the development of these Philippine bases in order to serve a total national security picture of our country and in the other 4 sites.
Maybe na sir, ano na po ba ang current development ng EDCA sites sa bansa?
Medyo mabagal pa yung development except for the first 5, no? So we need to work on the 4 more because these are the most disaster-prone areas actually where the 4 more EDCA sites are, and they are also essential to the integrity of our credible deterrent posture and Philippine territorial security.
Sir, what kind of facility yung itatayo natin dito for EDCA? At saka what are the assets from the United States na
This is a purely logistic, this is a Philippine base. Any defensive assets or whatever will be capabilities of the Philippines. The EDCA is purely a logistical site of the United States to help us speed up operational tempo and response. These are non-offensive, but the rest of the Philippine assets that will be positioned in EDCA sites are Philippine national security items for our territorial defense.
This is the first time, sir, na gagamitin tong yung isa sa mga additional na for EDCA sites for HADR.
I'm not too sure. This is the first time since I've sat, but I'm not too sure. We intend to invest more, both countries, in order to speed up the operational tempo of operations like this. We cannot preposition any air assets in this area because there are no hardened facilities that will protect them from typhoons. And we have to wait until the weather is favorable in order to bring these assets forward. We cannot do that in the future anymore because, as the President said the other day, even though we track, there's some predictable pattern initially to the track of weather disturbances, they suddenly change course without any logic, no rhyme, no reason. So preparedness is the key. And that goes for all national security issues. You know what, the narrative that EDCA is, EDCA first and foremost is a Philippine base, okay? All countries in the world build bases. We do not question the bases being built by other countries except when they are being built on contested territory. This is Philippine territory and it is our business what we do here, just as long as it is for Philippine interests. And here, the United States and us converge in our intended use for this. And it is not any other country's business to question what we do here. You know what?
Sir, what if, sir, pwede bang gamitin ng US, sir, for the refueling, if in case...
You know what? If its proximity to Taiwan is a geographical accident and other people are paranoid about it, it's their problem. For me, my concern is Philippine national interest, national security. And we will have to put bases, not necessarily EDCA, throughout our archipelago. We are pursuing an archipelagic doctrine with baselines, and we have to protect that. So the paranoia of other people, maybe rightly so, is taken into consideration, but national security is paramount, no, in this country. And we have reassured other countries in the world that the Philippines is not allowed by the Constitution to wage war or any offensive action as an instrument of national policy. Now, if they do not take their word, our word for it, then how can we trust each other? Just like some people say they have pacific intentions, yet there are contrary actions. You know, actions speak louder than words. And for me, my action is what is the best interest of our country, and EDCA is not only for logistical support on the US side, but its capability upgrade on the Philippine side. And that's what I'm making sure.
Yes, you will take the last question.
I said a strong Philippines is a benefit for everyone, not only one country. So I explained. The question asked me was, what do we expect from the United States aside from humanitarian assistance? I said that it's not only what we expect from the United States, but what we expect from ourselves to develop ourselves, to be as capable a treaty partner and to fulfill our obligations under the Mutual Defense Treaty as far as possible, because our capabilities redound to the resilience and self-reliance of the Filipinos, which is our obligation not only to ourselves right now but to future generations of this country.
Thank you very much, sir.
Joint military exercise.
There is a proposal to the Chief of Staff, but we're still studying.
What are you talking about?
Well, we have to see whether there are areas of convergence. So right now, I have no thoughts. I'm waiting for the Chief of Staff to make the appropriate recommendation.
Sir, speaking of joint patrols, do you have any update dun sa trilateral joint patrol, trilateral, multilateral patrols?
We're still discussing. We're still discussing the same, and we will meet again with the DFA and the NSA to discuss further.
Kailan, sir, kaya yung meeting niyo?
I cannot. We will meet soon, but I cannot say point out the exact date.
Sir, comment lang po regarding po sa pagdeklara kay Kong Davis bilang terrorist.
That's an ATC matter. The ATC spokesman can explain that already. I think I have different issues that I want to focus on, like capability upgrades and other instructions of the president to me.
Sir, ano po mga napag-usapan niyo?
Mike, higher, Mike.
Kagabi sa Malacanang?
Well, maraming napag-usapan pero at naging very productive ang kanilang diskusyon, pero whatever the content na pinag-usapan ng dating Pangulong Duterte at the President Marcos, hayaan na lang natin sila magsabi. I'm not at liberty to say.
Sir, the US Embassy raised concerns, sir, sa Manila Bay Reclamation na Chinese effects niya sa environment. Also,
You address that question to Secretary Loizaga.
sir, also yung security kasi, sir, contractor daw involved in military
Well, we will have to, if that comes to my desk, I will address it properly. But the first and foremost concern is environmental, which is being addressed, I think, by Secretary Loizaga.
Sir, speaking of reclamation, yung Vietnamese daw nag-reclaim, can we verify that so far?
I will have to verify.
Ngayon, ikaw, bilang Pilipino, ano ang masasabi mo at reaksyon sa balitang ito? Mag-iwan ka ng komento sa ibaba at atin pong babasahin isa-isa.